Well, good morning. I'm back in a local woodland. Not my usual woodland, Tinsley Wood near Pershore. I'm back in another little woodland near Woborough in Worcestershire. And I came here on Saturday and I took a nice picture of a little clump of fruiting bodies growing out of the side of a partially wind-blown tree. And I took the picture in landscape. I'm doing a lot of landscape pictures, I tend to use landscape, but during processing I noticed the actual picture would probably be better be suited in portrait. So I'm back again and we'll go through the process of taking the picture in portrait. Obviously I brought along the GoPro and we'll try and film the process, and I'll have a go at filming the actual processing part, and we'll see if we end up with a decent picture. That's a lovely little stump there. I actually took a picture of those last Saturday as well, but I haven't bothered processing them yet. Oh, right, those are what we were going to do, but they've been completely obliterated. So that's pissed on my bonfire, if you excuse the expression. Right, we'll have to try and find something else. Well, after my initial disappointment, I've gone a good wander around these woodlands and I've managed to find a reasonable little clump, slightly bigger than I'd hoped, but the light isn't too bad, so we might as well have a go, take some pictures. I'm going to do multiple exposures and then layer them in, process them in Lightroom, layer them in Photoshop, and then finish off in Lightroom. So this is what I found. I'll just turn the camera around. So reasonably pretty, quite autumnal, growing out of the stump of this old ash coppice. You see the regrowth there, and the decay at the bottom of the tree. So we've got some nice colour in the leaves. Not the most prettiest of fruiting bodies, but we'll set up and we'll have a go and we'll see what it looks like when we're finished. Okay, right, well, I've got set up. I've got my tripod lying absolutely dead flat on the ground, because obviously if we're taking multiple exposures and we're layering, putting one on top of the other, we don't want them to move. We don't want the tripod to move, the camera to move. I've got a little bit of external light, which is this little LED thing here. I'll show you a closer picture of that in a moment. That gives obviously we're in a woodland, it's quite dark. We've got clouds going over. One minute we've got bright light, next minute, it's as dark as midnight in here. So that just gives me a little bit of constant light. I've got a macro lens. This is just a normal portrait lens. It's a 24 to 70mm portrait lens. Nikon Z6 camera. And I'm going to be taking on manual focus. So I'm going to be focusing on one part of the fruiting body, manually, taking a picture. Go away, fly. Don't want to fly, all right? And then move on to another part of the fruiting body, a different fruiting body, focus on that, take a picture, and so on. I'm not going to do every single fruiting body because it'd look a bit sort of synthetic. It'd look like I've taken a picture with a mobile phone. Everything will be in focus, and I don't want that. I want a bit of depth of field. So let's give it a go. So I'm on 5.6, I'm on 1/30th of a second. So I'm just going to go on the center fruiting body. I'm going to zoom in, look at the edge of the fruiting body, get that focus just right. I'm going to take it on a timer because I've got a shutter release cable on this. So we want to minimise camera shake. I'm going to go on 5 seconds. Double check that focus because I touched the camera. And count down and we'll take a picture. So that's one. It's rather nice that we've had a lot of rain overnight, so these are all wet and slippery and shiny. I'll do a couple more. And we should be just about done, I think. Just put that on a 5-second timer. Zoom in. Nice and sharp. Now I'm just going to go down a little bit. Take a picture. This is sort of the prettiest of fruiting bodies, look at that. Nice and sharp. Take the image. I was going to do one more on there. See how that is out of focus? It's soft. See the droplets of water there, that's lovely. Let's fire that off. Nice and sharp. And there we go. I've taken a lot of images of this. Let's see what that edge looks like. Pin sharp, beautiful. Got a money spider crawling around on there now. The trouble is with if you get spiders and flies landing on fruiting bodies and you're taking multiple exposures, obviously you're going to get a picture of a cluster of fruiting bodies or one fruiting body and many pictures of the same fly, which can be a problem. So I generally shoo them off. But that money spider has disappeared now. Get one more. Nice and sharp. And boom. Oh well, we'll go back to the go back to my house, into the studio, and we'll stick it all on the computer, and we'll see what we end up with. Hopefully something half decent. Not the prettiest clump of fruiting bodies, but you know, hey ho, needs must. Right, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I've loaded up Photoshop. There we go. Let's find the pictures I took this morning. So we want to go to scripts, load files into a stack. Press browse. Here are the pictures I took this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll load those up. Press OK. Sometimes my old iMac works very slowly, sometimes it works relatively quickly, and it's working relatively quickly today. Okay, they've loaded up. Now, although I used quite a hefty tripod, things do move, so I'm going to auto align these images just to play it safe. You can press auto align when they actually load up, but I like to do it separately. So press edit, auto align layers, put it on auto, press OK, and let it do its thing. This can be quite slow. If it is desperately slow, I'll edit this video and we'll fast forward. Okay, so Photoshop's finished aligning the pictures, and you can see we were pretty much cock on. It's just changed the alignment ever so slightly. You can see by the checker marks down here and a couple on the top. So that's done. So we've auto aligned. Now we're going to auto blend. So we're blending all 12 of those images together. Auto blend. We're going to stack the images. Press OK, and off we go. And again, you know, there's an awful lot of processing going on here, so I'll probably fast forward once it's done, and we'll see what the finished article looks like. Right, well, we finished processing. Let's just have a look. That's better. Right, let's zoom in and let's see how sharp those fruiting bodies are. I'm quite happy with that. So let's zoom out again. Right, I'm just going to save that file. So file, save as. Okay, so I've opened up Lightroom. Let's try and find my fungi picture that I imported from Photoshop. Okay, there they all are. So I want to deselect those. Don't want those. Yeah, excuse my clicking. I don't use a mouse. I use a trackpad, and it's a little bit slow. So that's the fella. So let's import that and see what it looks like. Okie dokie, let's zoom in. That looks nice and sharp. That's why I wanted to catch, look, the water droplets. That's nice. And these These ones I wanted left in soft focus, so that's good. Right, first thing to do is to press develop, and I'm going to crop the image. Second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to tilt it around a wee bit. Let's crop it down a little bit further. That's nice. Now you get a lot of photographers that use clarity way too much. I don't like clarity. If I turn the clarity bar all the way up, you see it all gets a little bit harsh, a little bit hard. But now we've got a texture, and I do like texture. So let's turn the texture up a little bit. It just brings out these little bits nicely. So let's have a look at that. That's nice. We can adjust the shadows. I don't think I will. I quite like that dark area around there. That's looking rather good. Let me just straighten it a little bit further. Just crop that corner. And I've got a tiny little bit of leaf showing there. I don't want that. That'll annoy me. I think that's pretty much done. That's good. Obviously yellow fruiting bodies. I think the fruiting body is Armillaria honey fungus. It's yellow or honey coloured. We could adjust that a little bit. Try a little bit of orange. Might bring out sort of the autumnal pictures in there. But yeah, no, I'm happy with that. So we'll press File, we export in Lightroom, and we're going to, yeah, it's already on JPEG, good. Right, let's export that. We'll overwrite the original image, and that's done. Good. Happy days.